Hey guys, and welcome to ROBJ Outdoors. I'm getting the kit ready for 3 long weekends up in the Brecon Beacons next month, so I thought we'd do a quick rundown of the Karrimor 45 litre Sabre that I take with me. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so looking at the front of the pack, all pretty standard other than the addition of these two 25mm straps which hold my sleeping mat in place. Karrimor provides some nice little clips on the main straps here to keep any loose ends in place. Quick tip guys, it might look cool to have lots of loose straps flapping around all over the place in the wind, but if you're coming off of a steep hill, especially where it's pretty rocky and craggy like the Brecon Beacons or up in the lakes, you don't want any loose straps getting caught on a rock. It could certainly compromise you on the way down. Standard ice axe loops on the bottom, but we don't have a lot of use for those in the Brecon Beacons, so always handy. You could additionally put some straps coming underneath if you wanted to mount a roll mat or similar on the underside of the pack. Moving up to the top pouch, elastic on the top here. I cut down the original, it was a little bit too long, mostly designed for a combat helmet. I don't wear one of those anymore, so I just find it useful for tucking that jacket or extra top under if you want to. You might take it off because you're a bit warm, or keep it handy in place in case it gets a bit cooler on the hill. You've got access to a top pouch on the reverse side of the pack, which we'll look at in a second. As you can see, this one has got the side pouches in place, and we'll have a closer look shortly as to how they attach and what else you can do with them, because they also can form a separate little day pack with the addition of a yoke. Okay, turning the pack over, starting at the bottom here, we've got the hip belt, pretty standard, padded hip belt here. I'm not overly impressed with the padding on this hip belt. As you can see, it's pretty thin, and with the addition of the side pouches, which means you'll be carrying extra weight, it does tend to dig in after a while. I don't find it particularly comfortable, so Karrimor, if you're listening, let's have a little bit more padding on the hip belt please. The rest of it is all pretty much standard and bomb-proof, 2-inch webbing, standard fast clip fitting. You've also got some little elastics here again to get rid of those loose bits as well, to keep them out the way. I do like the addition of these thick rope loops here on the side. They're great for manhandling the pack. You can clip just about anything off onto these, and also if you've got a bit of a jog going, then you can grab hold of these to cinch the pack in tight, give you a bit more stability on the run. The actual shoulder straps themselves, again, not as thick as I'd like them on the bigger versions, so they could do with a little bit more padding, especially around the top end here where it tends to dig into the collarbone, but other than that they're okay. They got the sort of meshy ventilated fabric on them. Whether that helps or not I don't really know, but hey, it's there. The pack itself, at the back of the pack rather, very nice padding here. As you can see, it's convoluted, so it does allow a good airflow all the way up and down, so your back doesn't get too hot and sticky when you're pushing the pace a little. The only thing I don't like on these is the distance here between the top of the straps is a little bit close and does tend to dig into your neck somewhat. So again, I think a slight modification needed there, and it would be absolutely excellent. Standard Hall loop in place there. As you can see on the straps, the adjustable straps at the top here to pull this right in tight to the back of the neck. I always like to have that in as tight as possible, certainly for my frame. That's the most comfortable place for them. So they're locked in place permanently, and I've double looped the strap back through the buckle, as you can see, and again the little strap tidies there to keep everything neat. As you probably noticed, I've got a hydration bladder in the top pouch. It easily holds a 2-litre bladder, and with the addition of some little bits of elastic there, held in place with some couple of cable ties, then that makes a really nice run through for the drinking tube. You'll also notice here I've got a peri whistle in place, again on a elastic loop, and permanently tied off to the shoulder strap. Looking around the sides here, you'll see we've got a couple of straps that come out each side of the pack. Same over here as well. And if you look, you can see we've got two loops here on the side pouches, so enabling the two compression straps to go all the way around, and again really pull in these side pouches nice and tight, so nothing hanging loose there. Another couple of clips and straps here which will take the main weight of the pouches, so the weight isn't actually pulling against the zips at all. Just going back to the backpack itself, we've got the access to the top pouch here, and it's a two-way zip, so always a useful feature to have. So that's the outside of the pack. So opening up the pack, you can see straight away we've got an internal mesh pocket where you can store those all important valuables, the car keys and the wallet, etc. The only addition I've made to that is a small loop on the end of the zip to make it a bit easier to get access to. Looking at the top of the pouch, first thing you'll notice is this center compression strap, so a really nice useful feature. Plenty of strap length on there. The skirt closing at the top, we've got quite a bit of room in there, so if we've got a bit of extra winter clothing that we need to pack into the top, then we can get that in there quite easily and utilise the compression strap to pull it all down tight. Adjustable cord on the top of the skirt, and another adjustable cord as well around the actual top of the pack itself. Just about to see inside there. I've just loaded the pack up loosely with some kit just to give it some shape and form. Just inside here we've got a pouch where the actual backpack backplate is, so a medium density foam, and inside that there are some metal straps which you can bend to shape, so you can get this to form perfectly to your spine. So going back to the side pouches, you'll see we've got the two clips at the top now more apparent. I've already unzipped the rear zip on this. We lay the pack down, good strong zips, pack comes off, and the side pouch comes off from the pack rather. We've also got additional buckles on the bottom, so we can attach it to the bottom of the pack. So with both pouches off, you can actually connect both of these together with the zips, and with the addition of a yoke system which is supplied by Karrimor, you can actually turn these into a mini day pack. So pretty useful if you're going to be moving away from your bivvy and you don't want to be taking the whole pack with you. Of course, do make sure that you leave someone back at the bivvy to make sure it's still there when you come back. But a useful feature nonetheless. Pouches, again, nice big zip on there, single way zip on these ones. You've also got a couple of little tabs just inside there. Not quite sure what they're for, but no doubt we'll find something to hang off them in due course. Okay, so that's the Karrimor Sabre 45 litre with side pouches. I've dropped the Amazon links in below. As always guys, your suggestions and comments are much appreciated, so do please leave those in the section below. As I say, I'm going up to Brecon next month, July. I've got 3 weekends on the hill planned, so I'll be doing a few videos whilst I'm up there in situ. I'll also be taking a range of Wayfarer ready-to-eat foods with me, so I'll do some separate reviews of those as well. Do please leave a thumbs up if you like the video, and once again folks, thanks for watching, and until next time, see you.